What made you select Helping Hands?
Well, I did have a list of agencies to interview, and I was with my social worker at the time. She knew the problems I was going through. She's very supportive, and we found out Helping Hands and asked them if they'd be happy to do an assessment for me. And a lovely lady called Melanie came with a colleague of hers, and we just went through quite diligently my care plan. And for the first time, she acknowledged every aspect of my life and said this is what you could deliver, which is very refreshing. And the fact that Melanie had knowledge about my condition, it's not important, but it does help with knowing the agency understands what my care needs are, and how it does affect the support I get. So I was very impressed, to be honest, with how she conveyed the agency and the support that she could provide for me. And it was based on the social model of disability.
Do you want to tell us a little bit more about the social model?
Basically, it's about how people have the choice. They have the choice to live their life the way they want to. And the environment needs to start acknowledging people with disabilities. And basically, when a help or services are provided to a disabled person, they need to have in mind that that person is just like anybody else. And even if they are not able to walk or not as strong as the average person, it doesn't mean that they don't have the same wishes, desires and aspirations in life. They do, and they're able to achieve it, but in a different way, i.e. the help of a personal assistant. And it's just a way of being able to do the same thing as your peers. So in a nutshell, this is what the social model of disability is.
How did the transition go when changing agencies?
Well, actually, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. After I had my assessment with Melanie and we did all the paperwork, I then was assigned to a colleague of hers in the office who was responsible for looking for an appropriate PA. So I was able to do a very nice chap, and we talked a lot about what I wanted and what I was hoping for in a PA, and he clearly understood. And he basically gave a list of PAs that were available with their contact details, which obviously they agreed to for him to give out. And I basically approached the PAs and talked to them about my needs and my care package and arranged interviews. And then my current one came and we had a good interview, and I liked her and offered her the position, and she was quite happy to take it, and luckily she was available to start as soon as possible. With the other agency I was with, I had to give them notice. So obviously you have to remember that when you're changing agencies, to see whether you need to give them notice before you leave them. And that was basically it. We organised the start date, and it just happened really.
Brilliant.